Hey, what's up, you guys? It's WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tips. Well, today it's another rainy day, and once again, uh, California is taking a pounding, very huge storm. A lot of folks are suffering. Our hearts go out to them, and make sure that you all send prayers out to those folks who are flooded over and experiencing water damage. I saw some images on the news yesterday, and um, it's pretty catastrophic. Whole streets flooded with mud, um, cars up to the windows in mud and water. It's quite amazing. Um, One of the things that stood out to me in looking at those images, one of the things that caught my eye were the fact that there were people out there helping other people, taking the initiative, putting themselves on the line, their comfort on the line, and helping other people. If they were getting rained on just like everybody else, they were cold, they were wet just like everybody else, but they took it upon themselves to lend a hand to someone else. Shout out to all those businesses that are in the Hill Report. Um, you guys very much do the same thing every single day, um, trusting me to get your uh, brand out to the public. Customers, thank you for trusting me to do business with good companies. Um, Hopefully, a lot of you all have found great business relationships through these partnerships. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was you are a leader. Yep, you are a leader. Just like those guys who are out in the rain as we speak, pushing cars, helping people out of their cars, uh, detouring people out of the way of a flood. You are a leader. It may not be to the extreme of what these guys are doing today and what they did yesterday, but you do these type of things every single day through your research, through your study, through things that you have learned along the way and how you pass those bits of knowledge along to other people to help guide their way. The way you stay up long nights concerned about your loved ones, concerned about people. The way you get on your knees and pray for peace around the world so that no one will suffer. You are a leader. Before you became a great leader, you had to follow, you had to learn, you had mentors. God has put great mentors in your path. He did not leave you without great leadership as you were coming up. And now you are a leader. You know, leadership is a big responsibility. It's something that no one should take lightly because a lot of times leaders have very lives in their hands. It talks about in the scripture how when the people are led by a righteous person, the people are happy. But when the people are led by an evil person, the people perish. We always talk about purifying your heart. You didn't know why you were purifying your heart. You didn't know what the purpose was for you getting better in this area. You didn't know why you were cutting out a lot of the bad habits that you had, but you were being prepared to be a leader. You are a leader. You were being prepared to steer people in the right direction, God gave you that knowledge so that you can pass that along to help someone else out right in the nick of time. You are a leader. Don't stop there. Keep getting better. Don't stop. Keep looking. Don't stop. Keep trying to be a better leader. There's so many people who are looking up to you. There are so many young people who are going to lead the next generation, and they are looking at what you do. A lot of you all are parents. You know, as a parent myself, children can be tough. They are definitely a blessing. But one thing about it, they are watching you. You may not think that that little thing that you do is going to affect them. You may not think that that little thing you say, they're going to be saying it down the line. You may not think that they're watching you, but they are, because you are a leader. Which way are you going to lead? What type of generation is going to emerge from your leadership? Are you settling for lies? Are you settling for half truths? Are you always taking the shortcut, never thinking about the next generation, never thinking about your legacy, never taking the time to think about the future? You are a leader. You know, there's a lot of things going on around the world, a lot of things that are affecting every single one of us. There's a lot of areas in politics, there's a lot of areas in our lives that we have been misled, and many people are suffering for it. When are we going to learn? When are we going to take the next step? When are we going to avoid a corrupted generation to come? You know, the thought just popped in my head about the suffering around the world. It's pretty heavy. These things must come to pass. There's been so much corrupted leadership in the past to where now we're reaping the fruits of all of that evil corruption. There's so many lies that are being covered up on top of covered up lies on top of covered up lies to where now they have to go to war to cover up a lie. One by one, we can purify this world. One by one, we can make each other better. You are a leader, one by one. It starts with leading your children. They may not seem to be listening now. They may not understand the things you had to go through to get to where you are right now. But when their time comes, what type of world will be handed to them and where will they go with it? You may think that time moves slowly. You may think that nobody's watching. You may think that things that are done in the dark are going to stay in the dark. But one thing you need to know is that you are a leader. This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. Guys, let's go get some sales.